What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing our London Major Predictions. Well, sorry it's been taking so long to record this. I wanted to do this like a week ago, but fortunately I gotten sick. I don't know if you can tell still, my voice is a little groggy, but it's feeling better today. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into these. Let's get some of these easy ones out the way. BDS Mobula. By the way, let me go ahead and... Alright, so... we have BDS, Monkey Moon Rally Exotic. They've been really good. They've won 2 back-to-back regionals in EU, which is very impressive. They did have that one, weird loss to resolve in the first qualifier of the split, but they've been pretty good the last 2. So obviously one of the best in the world. And then Team Mobula, they're from SSA, but they're not an SSA team. So we don't like them, not at all. The only one I even know is VK Salon, who's like an EU bubble player. So yeah, he's not that good. But gonna get back into the predictions. So we got G2 Gladiators. We all know G2, Beast Mode Atomic Daniel. Gladiators, they actually have Tho, which is pretty interesting. They brought him in, where are they? Gladiators are, yep, they brought him in from Europe, pair with the other 2 imports of Maxime Virtuoso, and they actually did pretty well. They won the last 2 qualifiers, so they're, they're getting back to the London Major, and they'll also be at Worlds. So this could be another 3-0. Vitality Chiefs, I don't see Chiefs really competing. Chiefs have they're Kaka, Finn, and Hunter. I don't think they're even better than Pioneers. I thought Pioneers should have gone, but once again, whoever avoids power and that side of the bracket's the one who's gonna do successful. Next we got Gentleman's Twisted Minds. So I don't really think this Twisted Minds team's much better than Rule 1. I think they're kind of like, I think they're just a tad bit higher, a little bit better. But I do think Gentlemates is going to be better, not better than they were at the Major last time, but better like than they were online. And I really think they're just a better team. It's going to be a 3-1. Furia OG. Now this is an interesting one. Furia dominated Swiss at Copenhagen, and then they completely bombed out the playoffs. But then they went back to Sam. They won the first regional, and they looked like they were back to old Furia. And then the second regional happened. They got smoked by NIP in the finals. It was, obviously you can't really doubt that NIP team. They were a team of destiny after their kickoff goal against Complexity, but yeah, they got smoked. And then in the final qualifier, they lost to a team who had never made a top 8 before until that event in the semifinals. The first 5 events, 0 top 8s. And then that one event, they made a final. So fact is, I'm not very high on Furia. The opposite could be said about OG. They had a pretty terrible Copenhagen Swiss. Went out 1-3. Well, their only win was against Limitless. But they've looked really good in NA. They beat Genji, they've beaten SSG, both in playoffs, and Genji another time in Swiss as well. So I think it's gonna be close, but I still got to give it the Furia. Auction Power. Power just played a best of 7 show match against Resolve, who's like EU7, and they lost in 7, but they really could have won that. But I think Power or Auction's a lot better than Power. Falcons, SSG. Falcons are probably a top 3 team in the world. SSG's like 9-10. I don't really think there's any debate. Now we have Genji Secret. This is the one with the most upset potential in my opinion. Genji has looked dreadful. This hurts me because I'm a Genji fan. But these last 2 regionals, they have looked very bad. Losing to OG, which is the worst. And then losing to Moist, which is the worst. That's not good. You don't want to be losing to Moist. Secret, on the other hand, has looked good. They just won the recent SAM qualifier. The problem is they didn't have to beat Furia. They did not beat Furia a single time this split. I cannot really sit here and be like, yeah, Secret is this amazing team. They won SAM. They never had to play Furia. And I don't think they beat NIP either, but I can't really, tell you for sure. Actually, we'll go ahead and look at it real quick. That is the wrong tab. So we'll go and look real quick, but I don't think they ever beat Furia or NIP. Qualifier 4. They played Complexity, but Complexity was kind of the split. They beat them. Oh, I guess they beat them in Swiss one time. Not in playoffs. Qualifier 5. I mean, and no one beat NIP. They went undefeated. Yep. Yeah, they got beat by NIP in that qualifier. Well, like I said, NIP was the team of destiny that time. And then the last one, Secret Do. They also beat NIP in this one though. So, but they didn't play in bracket. So who knows? I'm still kind of on the fence about Secret right now. So for now, I'm just gonna give Genji a 3-1. Alright. So now we got BDS Furia. Like I said, I'm just like, it's really tough with Furia because they were so good at the Copenhagen Major in Swiss, only Swiss, but they've looked really poor this split. I'm not high on Furia. I have them like 8th or 9th in the world right now. And I have BDS probably top 2. So I'm going to make this a 3-1. G2 Genji. So this is where my bias may show, but we'll see. Genji is being G2 4 straight times, but they have not played since Genji has kind of fallen off. The last time they played was Regional 4, where Genji won in Game 7 overtime. And the last 2 regionals, G2 won. They've looked at the best team in the world. Genji's kind of, dipped a little bit. So, G2 is finally going to break this curse at 5. Vitality Falcons. Whew. They played last time at Copenhagen. And Falcons won 3-1. Problem is, I think Vitality's better this time around than they were last time. But I also think Falcons is the better team. I'm going to give it in 5. Genomics Auction. I've seen this one many times before. I'm giving it the Auction. I don't know if y'all saw, but in the recent qualifier for Europe, these 2 teams played in Swiss. Now, I understand that online is a lot different than LAN, and Genomics is a LAN team, but let's take a good look at how this matchup went. Yeah, perfect sweep. I just can't bet against Auction when it comes in this matchup until I see different. So for now, Auction is the winner. It's a 3-0. I'm close. This is also a 3-0. 3-0. Ooh. Now this is tough. Power Twisted. So last time we saw this, we saw Power versus Rule 1 in Copenhagen. The Power ended up winning 3-2. But I do think Twisted's a tad bit better. So I'm going to give it to that Rule 1 team. So I'm going to give it to Twisted 5. Kind of sucks sending Power to the bottom, but it is. BDS Falcons. Oh, that's annoying because this is a really good matchup. Really, really good matchup. I'm going to give it to the Falcons, boys. We're going to send them in through in 5. Now, G2 Oxygen. I think G2 is the better team. I don't think Auction's going to be all that amazing. Obviously winning as Genomics is a good win, but I don't see Auction doing much more than like a top 8 or something compared to G2, who I think is a favorite. Utility Twisted, probably a 3-0 to be honest. Genji Space Station. Now, we haven't seen this split. We saw it 3 times in quarterfinals in the first split, Genji winning all 4 of them. We have not seen him play this split. SSG has looked better as of I would pick SSG had they not gotten absolutely smashed by OG in the quarterfinals this last time. Obviously, Genji lost to Moist, which isn't a great win. But I also think Genji was just the better overall team on paper, right? Is a better overall team on paper. So SSG not having that really great recent regional to push him over a roster like Genji, I'll give it to Genji in 5. Genomics OG. I really like this OG team, but Genomics is too good on LAN. Fury Secret, we've seen this a few times. I don't think Secret is better than Fury. They haven't beat them yet. I don't see why they would now. This is 3-0. Now here comes a controversial statement towards the bottom. I think Chiefs is the worst team on LAN. I think they may be better than Mobula. I don't know. But I don't think they're better than Gladiators. I think, though, being on this Gladiators team makes them better than Chiefs. I'm gonna give it to Gladiators in 5. Gingy, jeez, BDS Gingy, yeah, that's gonna be a loss. Auction Furia. You know, I'm gonna give it to Furia only because I think Furia had a really good Swiss last time around, and I think Furia might be able to recreate just a bit of that magic to get through in 4. Vitality Gentlemates. Gentlemates have not been able to get close to Vitality to split. Every time they beat him, Vitality smashed him. And I think it'll be a little bit more the same. This is a 3-0. And then OG Power. I love Power. I want them to get to top 8. I really do. This is just a tough road. They gotta play Auction. They gotta play OG. I just don't think they can do it. I'll give OG in 5. Then Secret Twisted. I think Secret's a bit better of a team, but I'm only gonna pick Twisted Minds because this will initiate 2 tiebreakers, which is what we like to see for the World Championship. It'll be Twisted versus and now anything, which is X Rule 1 for a spot at Worlds, and then Secret versus Complexity for a spot at Worlds. Auction Twisted 3-1. Gentlemate Space Station 3-2. 3-1. Okay, pretty simple. Now let's get through the bracket. Gentlemates, the defending major champs at 8. Man, that I really had I was gonna put Gentlemates going through. Ooh. If I do this, does this change anything? Okay, that moves them to. Let me just play BDS. This is not fair. Huh. Where can I... Maybe I do this. And that. And that. I don't see a world... Crap. You know, we'll just go back to how we had it, because I don't really see a world where, Gentlemates beats any of these 4, to be honest. So, fortunately, no. Maybe Vitality, but that's about it. Alright, so, speaking of this, G2 get their revenge for the Copenhagen Major. Gentlemates won that time, not this time. G2 is the better team. And then we got BDS Furia. I like Furia, but they absolutely bombed down in bracket. And BDS is really, really good recently. I also just realized, oh no. If I do that, there's a chance. Okay. Never mind. We switch things around because I really don't want BDS and G2 in the same bracket. I don't care if I am manipulating the bracket for my own personal gain. This is what we're going for peak entertainment around here. Okay? Okay. So, never mind. Now we have Vitality Furia. We've seen this once before. We're gonna see it again. It's gonna. I'll give Furia an extra game this time around. But yeah, Falcons Genji. I think Genji's gonna be a bit better at LAN than they have been this season. I'll give them 7, but that's it. I don't see much else. And then Auction BDS. I'm sorry, Auction. Your hopes and dreams of making the World Championship over K-Corp have come to an end. BDS are just too good. Now look at these banger semifinals. 2 EU teams, Amina and NA. We've once again seen this before. We're going to go to a bunch of Game 7s. We got the G2 BDS Grand Finals. Where have we seen this before? Afterburner, if you're watching, which I know you are, his PTSD is in... It's flaring up right now. But After's going to be happy to know that BDS are not going to be the champions of this tournament. So this is what we got, you know? G2 Falcons, BDS, Vitality, Furia, Auction, G, Gentlemates, SSG and OG just barely missing out. I think that's pretty good. I could see SSG winning this, to be honest. I know it's really... Gentlemates are such a tough team. Because it's like, they were really good at the Copenhagen Major after a terrible split online. And then they were just as terrible this online split. So it's like, you know, you just can't predict them. But I gotta like sit here and be like, maybe they're gonna come back down to reality this major and not do so well. But I think this is a really fair bracket. I don't really hate anything about this. We get a bunch of, you know, Sunday 3 game 7s. It's gonna be a banger. By the way, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. If you guys would like to watch the London Major with me, I will be streaming all 4 days. All 4 days. I might not be able to stream all of it on Thursday and Friday due to other commitments, but I will be streaming most of all 4 days at the very least. So make sure to come check it out. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time.